Hey, welcome everybody. This is your host Presidio Dog with RWB Racing and GT Champions. Welcome to a beautiful Sunday for those of us in the United States, and further out, some of you it may be a Monday. And if you're getting to watch this on a Monday, good on you for skipping work and watching some racing. Good plan. Good plan. Hey, we're going to be doing a rebroadcast of the Division 2 race from last night. Things went a little bit wackadoo for Division 1 yesterday, so we apologize for that. We're blaming everything on the game and the crap lobbies that are out there. So it is what it is. We haven't made a decision yet, and so those of you in Division 1 that are still wondering what are we doing, just give us some time to sort through it out, figure out what we're going to do to make things right for you. So that being said, one moment. All right, sorry about that. Had something popping up on my screen I did not want showing up in here. All right, so we are at Spa, and one of the things that we dealt with, and we're going to be looking at this for the rest of the season, and this is why we're doing this season in GT7 the way that we are. The weather system doesn't seem to cooperate when you go from the practice into race. Like the time of day and everything stays the same, but all of the wet stuff starts over, so it really screwed up some drivers. We had a couple red flags while we tried to sort out how we're going to make this race start, but we did get one underway, and it was a pretty great race too. So with the exception of one driver who doesn't want to be mentioned, everybody had a pretty great race. So we'll get to that. Now first though, I want to bring up a little bit about our race right now. So we are at Spa, and it is wet, at least at the start of the race. The rain's not falling, but the track is still wet, so the drivers will be on the intermediate or wet tires to start the race, and at some point they'll switch off when the track dries out, and we'll watch for that. Rules on the Porsche Cup. The only rule is don't hit any other people. As far as strategy goes, run whatever tire you want, use as much fuel as you want, pit whenever you want, do whatever you want. The fuel is 2 times wear, and so is so are the tires. So fuel will be consumed twice as fast as it normally would, and tires as well. So there will be some pit stops, especially since the rain's going to dry out, right? So everybody will get off of those wet tires. So we'll get at least one pit stop into the slick tires. And we'll see if anybody can brave it all the way to the end. Who knows? We'll see what happens. All right, so this is Division 2, not Division 1. So we have we had 12 drivers make it for this round. It's been a weird GT7 glitch that we have people getting in lobbies, can't get in lobbies, can't find their way to the lobbies. It is what it is, and we'll sort through it. But so we are round 1 at Spa. Every round is in the Porsche, of course. Let's go ahead and take a little walk down the pit lane and take a look at the cars. So, in fact, earlier I was down on the pits and did a little walkthrough to get a look at everything. So here, take a look. All right, so we're down on the grid. We're going to do a quick little walkthrough of the drivers. So first up on the pole, we have Art Woolley and in the 103 Porsche. I kind of dig that. That's a nice looking one. In P2, we're going to have Badass from Apex. Nice looking livery there as well. We have next up is going to be G-Man for Real in the number 6 Porsche. I kind of like that. That's like looks like an old army soldier, but as a skeleton. Next up is Chevy from RWB in number 55. Next up is Carbon Boy, and he's starting in P5 in the Sector 1 Racing. P6 is going to be Colin. So where's Colin? There's Colin in P6. P7, we are going to have, that is number 12. That's Joey Cannoli or Obi-Wan Kenobi, as he's also called these days. Next up is myself, Presidio Dog, in the number 24 Porsche. Next up after myself is J-Rod, RWB Captain, in the number 23 Porsche. After J-Rod, we've got Emotep racing with HPR, also known as Renegade, for those of you who don't know who that is. There's that. And then on the other HBR car is RWB Venom, that is racing in his number 3 Porsche. I kind of dig those. And then green is our last driver, and that's the field. So we're all going to get started here in just a moment. All right, so also just to clear up a little confusion, the starting grid was not the original starting grid from the qualifier, because we had to red flag the race because at the end of the qualifier, the track was dry and people were qualifying on the slick tires, went in and set the slick tires, everything else. We start the race and there's 50% water on the track. So everybody had soft tires on, no rain tires. And it was a giant mess. So we had to red flag it again. And this time everyone went and got intermediate tires. We went to start it, but we couldn't get the lobby sorted out the same direction. So we just like, screw it, we all just want to race. So this was basically a shotgun grid. There was no placement here based on how fast your lap time was. It's just where you fell. In the original one, Badass had the first position. I was in P2, and I think Chevy was in P3 or P4, and people were scattered around. And so, you know, now I'm starting in 8th. Badass is up in 2. Carbon Boy was up higher, but now he's in 5th. So you know what? We just all were on the chat. We said, let's race. So that's what this is going to be. It's going to be us racing. So without further ado, let me make sure I've got the audio on there for the cars. There we go. Without further ado, let's, oh, my goodness, silly me. We can't go on without making sure we say a big shout out to our sponsor for this series, Team Hypre. Right there on your screen. Hypre does all of the graphics. And those of you who were paying attention earlier this week got to see a little interview with the team captain there of Hypre Pixteca. Well, I guess I shouldn't assume he's a team captain. I don't know. But he does all the graphics work for them, for us, for GT Champions, for RWB Racing, and for lots of other people. And so if you need some screens done for your streams or your broadcasts, or you want some decals done for your stuff, or maybe even want a corporate site for your racing team built, this guy, you need to reach out to this crew and help them out, and they'll be glad to help you out. All right, so there we go. Now let's get into some racing. All right, so we're starting off with Art Woolley up front. Actually, don't have the names over the cars, so we'll just have to keep track of everything. And Badass makes the move in the first turn, and up into the front he goes. We've got Woolley and Chevy up into 3, G-Man in 4th place. And oh, look at that view. What a great view of the cars. And look at all that water just coming off the track. So G-Man up in 4th. Where's Badass? He's way ahead in the front into the first real good sharp corners. And Art Woolley is not letting him get away. Chevy is still there. Behind him is Colin and Carbon Boy, G-Man, and then Obi-Wan and myself. And we got J-Rod. Now, J-Rod seems to be on the slick tire, and that is probably going to prove to... Whoa, what's happened back there? So green gets a little bit loose. Emotep, who is also Renegade, in case you don't know, is bouncing around back there, having an interesting... It looks like he's a little jittery, though. But anyway, so down they go down the track. There is Nigel Higginbotham. He is RWB Venom. He is one of the guys that is responsible for the World Cup. For those of you who know the World Cup, it is a really great series that we run. All right, so let's see. Let's get back up to... Oh! J-Rod and Emotep got into a little bit of a tap, and J-Rod, oh, he is in the wall. Okay, so back up to the front, we've got Oh, Wooly gets sideways off the track and hits the railing. Looks like Chevy. Is Chevy going to have a chance to get an overtake done? He gets a little loose coming out, and it looks like Colin might actually make the move. Let's see. Let's get on board. Colin makes the move and gets around Wooly. Now here's where it gets dangerous. Let's scoot back a little bit. Keep an eye on some of the cars going on. There is Chevy on the inside defending. Oh, Carbon Boy makes it. Oh, they make it work. They make it work. 2x2 through there. There's Joey Cannoli and Presidio Dog side by side. Oh, not a lot of room left for Chevy there coming out of that corner, but it looked like, okay. We don't have the same camera angles and options we did in GT Sport, so until those get fixed, we get what we get and we don't throw a fit. Carbon Boy is now up to second with Presidio Dog right behind him. That's me. Mine's the RWB car with the yellow headlights. Everyone else seems to have the white ones, so anyway, up, a Rouge they go. Sticking it out, don't get off the track. Presidio goes really early on the turn there, and is probably going to grab a penalty for that. Let's see, does Presidio do? Yep, he sure does. And then there is Wooly, Chevy, and Venom are your top 6 drivers. Joey Cannoli not far behind. He still sees the top of the pack. All right, so Badass has got probably a good 3-second lead by now. In replays, we don't have the timers, as you can tell, so we just have to guess. See, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4. There we go. About 4 seconds. So Carbon Boy in P2. Presidio Dog is in P3. And Wooly in 4. Now, Wooly has got Venom all over his case. Let's go on board with Venom. Let's see what... Venom gets really close. Almost loses it. I thought he was going to hit him there for a second, but he did get through okay. Whew, that was close. This car is loads of fun, but right now, as the grip meter still shows that people should be on the intermediate tires, so as long as they stay there, they're good. Oh, that's right, I forgot about this camera angle. Let's watch this one, so we can see from inside the car as he's following Wooly around. Like how the camera kind of turns into the apex a little bit, which is super helpful to see where things are going. Hear those intermediate tires groaning under all of that. Let's see, up front, Presidio Dog's not very close. Let me get back on the right camera. Let's see, so where's Badass? All right, he's coming into the bus stop or the final chicane or whatever you want to call it. Onto the brakes. Into the corner, not far behind is going to be Carbon Boy. There he is, and Presidio Dog right behind him. And then a whole train of cars. There's Wooly and Nigel and Joey Cannoli and Chevy. Everyone coming through there. So everyone's still pretty close together. And then near the end of the track, we got Imhotep, G-Man, and there's J-Rod. That's not J-Rod, that's Colin. I believe J-Rod will end up going in the pits at some point when he can get the car around the track. All right, so let's see, where's our nearest little battle happening right now? Let's find, we still got Wooly and Higginbotham, Venom, battling out. These two were duking it out for a while, and me and Venom and Wooly were battling it out pretty good in the All-Star race last weekend in those little Suzukis. Oh, what is that a move? Carbon Boy? Oh, Presidio makes a move around Carbon Boy in the final turn at the end of the Kemmel Straight. So Presidio Dog up to P2. And Carbon Boy is in 3 now. Let's see. How does Wooly and Nigel? They're all still coming along. Joey Cannoli has picked up that pack. He's not far behind, so watch out. Where's Chevy? Chevy, who is all the way up in like 3rd, is down in 7th, and a lot of that had to do with just getting stuck where he was. Who's that went around? Oh, that was Wooly. Wooly around on lap 3, and his car is not going anywhere. Or maybe he's just waiting for drivers to come by. That's good. That's good. Trying not to get into an accident. And it's really hard to get these cars going when the tires are wet. I mean, it is significantly difficult. All right, so it looks like Badass is, yeah, he's on a purple sector right now, setting a fast lap time. Presidio Dog not far behind. So let's see, Badass is all these cars. I'm gonna go through, just check out the tires. So everyone seems to be on the intermediate tires. Presidio is, Carbon Boy is, so is Venom. And Joey Cannoli. Joey Cannoli up into 5th after that spin. Ooh, getting out on the slippery stuff. Also on the intermediates is Obi-Wan Cannoli, or Joey Cannoli. Someone just went in the pits. Who was that? Who just went in the pits? Oh, Presidio Dog into the pits early off of the intermediate tires. We'll have to see how that plays out for him. Maybe he's trying to get an undercut, although it looks like the track is still a little bit wet. Chevy on the full wet tires. So he is going to be, that might be why he's struggling just a tiny bit with grip, because they have a little less grip on the slightly wet than the intermediates do. But we'll see how that goes. Green on the intermediates. Renegade on the intermediates. G-Man's on the full wets. Colin right behind him in 9th is on the intermediates as well. And so Presidio Dog coming out of the pits now. And let's see, Wooly coming into his pit box. So let's see, Presidio's coming out. What does he come out on? He comes out on the racing medium tires up the hill. Can't touch that left-hand white line or you're going to get a penalty. Oh, that's close. All right, Wooly in the pits. He's getting, he had intermediate tires on. He may stay on those. I think he was getting the car repaired because I think he did hit the wall when he spun. So let's see if he switched tires. He did. He got onto the racing soft tires. So it looks like J-Rod is out on the intermediate tires now. So he's got the right tires under his car. So it looks like Presidio Dog and Wooly, the first to jump onto the soft tire. So will the undercut work? Will it not work? It'll be interesting to tell. Let's see. Where is the first one that is on those tires? All the way down in 10th is Presidio on the medium tires. Let's see if these medium tires hold up for him. Well, it seems to be able to drive the car somewhat, so I mean it doesn't look terrible. So, and Wooly, let's see, he's on the racing soft tire. Oh, all right. The grip meter's showing where you could run the slick tire, but it looks like he's struggling with getting that tire out. Presidio Dog is still doing all right. Let's see, let's go up here. Does Badass come in? He does not. He stays on the intermediates. So does Carbon Boy and Higginbotham. I think Joey Cannoli just went into the pits. So Joey Cannoli into the pits. Let's see. Chevy goes into the pits. Green stays out. Renegade stays out. Colin stays out. G-Man stays out. All right, so let's see. Here comes Obi-Wan and Chevy into their pit boxes. I like getting the pits because the pits look cool, right? So Chevy coming off the heavy wets. Joey coming off the intermediate. So here's Joey coming into his box. And let's see. And here comes Chevy into his pit box. And up goes the car. Get some tires on there. Let's see. And Joey Cannoli throws a little fuel in the car. Let's see what tires he comes out on. Is he going to go to the slicks? It's a tough call. There is no rain, so that should be okay. He comes out on the intermediates. Nope, softs. Okay, and Chevy comes out on the softs also. All right, so Badass now has to wonder if the undercut is going to happen. Those two cars back there behind him are also still on the intermediate tires. So we'll see. The intermediate's already looking, you know, they got some pretty decent wear on them for these guys. You know, it could let you... Here, you know what? There's no reason I can't let you see... Oh, that's the wrong button, isn't it? Let's go back to the right button. And go here. There we go. So now we can see what everybody's doing. So here, you could clearly see the dry racing line is there, where everyone is driving. So just the curbs and a few spots in some of the corners are wet. Carbon Boy and Nigel's still out there. Green's still out there. So yeah, there's plenty of room for dry tires on this track. Presidio is making up some time on some people. Let's see, who is that in front of him there? That looks like... I don't think that's G-Man. G-Man is coming into the final corner. Nope. I think that is lap traffic, maybe? Or... I don't know what it is. Yeah, I think that is... those are the two other RWB guys. So I think that's J-Rod, and oh, that's Obi-Wan and Chevy. Okay, that's who it is. All right, so let's see. Does Badass come in? He does not, so he stays out and heads on down the straight. Carbon Boy and Nigel both stay out. Imhotep is still out. Green into the pits. Green goes. Colin also into the pits. G-Man stays out. So let's see. After all these people go into the pits, it looks like, yeah, it looks like Presidio Dog will probably grab that 6th spot from Green and Colin because they're going to pit. All right, let's see. How's this little battle coming along? Because this is a pretty good one here between these two. They've been nose to tail for the better part of the race. Let's go in the car again, because that's always fun. Yeah, that track is bone dry in a lot of these spots. You can see by the grip meter in the bottom left that when you're on that dry line, there's almost no water on it. So those intermediates are going to be losing time. But, ooh, easy! Tires are screaming. They're like, ow. Oh, Carbon Boy gets really loose. This is going to be an overtake right there. And that's where it happens right there. So Higginbotham or Venom up into P2. One of the things I can't do in the game is change these gamer tags into replay, so you know that's fun. All right, so Badass is all the way through and looks like he's going into the pits. So let's see, Higginbotham stays out and Carbon Boy into the pits. Okay, it's interesting. So we have our new leader is HBR's Nigel, who is Venom, RWB Venom, is now officially the new leader of this race as he comes down towards a Rouge. Here comes Badass into the pits. And up he goes. Get some new tires, get some fuel. Carbon Boy coming into his pit from Sector 1 Racing. And it's my understanding, I just had a conversation with some folks. Oh, look at this. Badass coming out of the pits now. Presidio Dog is coming down. No, that's Chevy's. Chevy's coming out. Oh, he sees him coming out of the pits right there. So coming out of the pits is another car. Who's that coming up the hill? Is that Wooly coming out of the pits? Nope. Oh, right there is, yep, there's Badass is on the, he came out of the pits, but he didn't have the run up the hill that everybody else did. So he'll drop back into 5th position from lead. Oh, and he has a 3-second pit penalty. So he must have caught the pit lane coming out. Oh my gosh, that sucks. So Presidio Dog and Chevy are up in front. And then it looks like Prince Imhotep, who is Renegade, I believe, is... No, he's way off the course. Trying to get back on there. His car's glitching out a little bit. But it's now dark, and there's some dangerous wet patches on the track, so the people need to be careful. Now Nigel's still out on the intermediate tire, and that is it's not showing his lap times in the replays, which is something that also needs to be fixed. Polyphony Digital, if you're paying attention, this is the stuff we want. Lap times during replays. We want all of our stuff from GT Sport back. You know, just saying. So he's still out on those intermediates, and those things are like a 230, like a 228 tire, where everybody else is going to be able to run like 220s. So it's going to be interesting to see just how much he can keep that lead going. Chevy putting on the pressure to Renegade here, and he's got Presidio pretty far back there, so you don't have to worry about him right now. But all right, so in goes Renegade. So that's going to move Chevy up to P2. Presidio Dog is going to be in P4. I hate that I can't just hit a key to change cameras. All right, so Imhotep coming through the pit lane, going kind of slow because that's what you have to do around turn 1. And so Wooly's going to come by, and Obi-Wan's going to come by, and Colin's going to come by. Before he even gets to his pit, he's going to lose a bunch of spots. But everyone had to do it, so it all irons out. I kind of dig that HBR livery. That looks pretty cool. All right, so into the pits he goes, and we're going to get back up to the leader now and see how he's doing. So out on the track, on the intermediates, which are pretty worn, as you can see right there. Chevy on the racing soft tire. It's already starting to show some wear there. Presidio Dog's on the medium tire. And right behind him is... I'm just going to call him Apex for the rest of the race because he's the only one there. And I just feel like saying his actual name over and over and over again. Oh, that's the prudeness I have, I guess. All right, so Apex is in 4th. Carbon Boy in 5th on the medium tire. Wooly on the soft tire. Joey Cannoli and on the soft, and Colin on the mediums. Green on the mediums. G-Man on the mediums. Renegade out for fresh mediums. He's getting a blue flag right now for something. Oh yeah, that's green behind him. Imhotep right now is a lap down. So green will be coming around there. Green with the yellow headlights. And J-Rod in the back. It's got a 3.5 second penalty he's going to have to bleed off soon, so that's no fun. All right, so up front, in comes the leader to get off of those intermediate tires. We're about exactly 20 minutes into this race. So Chevy now should come down, and he should get the lead. I don't know that these 3 cars are going to get ahead of him. Let's just see. Where is... Oops. Nah, come on, camera, work with me. Not in his pit box yet. All right, into his pit box now. 1, 2, and 3 are coming around turn 1 right now. So if he just gets tires and comes out, it's going to be close. Let's see where he comes out. Does he get any fuel? He is getting some fuel. So let's see. Where are... There. All right, so P1 is coming down. And I don't see any headlights up pit lane yet. Yeah, Higginbotham's still in the pits. He's only just now coming out. So he's going to lose a bunch of spots from 1st to 9th, maybe even 10th. Yep, there he goes. And he hasn't even gotten out of pit lane yet. So all that traffic just up ahead of him. But onto the medium tires he goes. No penalties, no whammies. Got to see if we get all the way out, and he's clear. So there you go. So up front, our new leader from RWB, Chevy, And he's got Presidio Dog and Apex all over him. Of course, Apex is all over Presidio Dog. So let's go on board with Apex as he's chasing down Presidio and Chevy. These new camera views are pretty cool. Setting a purple lap right now on those nice soft tires, about a half a tank of fuel, just over. All right, let's see what's going on back here. Carbon Boy and Wooly are kind of spaced out. Joey Canoli's kind of got a nice clear track in front of him. Not too much pressure from Colin behind. Colin on the medium tire. Nigel on the medium tire as well, not far behind, maybe just a few seconds. And we've got Renegade, Green, G-Man, and J-Rod kind of just out there, kind of running on their own races. Okay, so Badass is, oh, you know, I can do this in the game. Let's find out what happened there. Okay, so let's go on Badass's view. Whoa. Ooh. Oh, okay, so Presidio Dog taps Chevy, and then Presidio Dog gets tapped by Apex, and Presidio Dog proceeded to give the spot back, but it doesn't look like, well, either way. So up front, Chevy gets his spot back, and the two RWB boys will go at it again. Oh, look at that. Chevy almost loses it out of turn one. Presidio Dog is right there to try to capitalize on it. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. These cars look so great flying through these tracks. So Apex has a 4-second penalty. Yikes! Okay, so that must have been for... oh, okay, so it looks like Presidio Dog's going to make an overtake here. And he makes it go through. And Presidio Dog up to P2. Chevy's like, I'm not going to, you know, I'm not just going to let you keep it. We're going to keep battling for this spot. Oh, Presidio Dog goes really wide. Chevy looking underneath. Oh, they're so close. Look at those shadows. The lighting is just amazing in this game. They got the effects down right, that's for sure. All right, so Chevy is all over Presidio Dog's case in P3. Presidio Dog P2. Apex is going to go through these final couple corners, and then he's going to have to bleed that penalty. I don't think it's enough for Presidio and Chevy to catch up to him, because they are significantly further back than 4 seconds, but we'll see. So let's see. Oh, okay, so Presidio is around, and Presidio has a 4.5 second penalty also. So looks like, okay, so Badass is slowing down. Presidio's going to have to slow down, and Chevy is going to take that spot easily as Presidio slows all the way down to next to nothing. And it looks like Presidio Dog's going to get eaten up by Carbon Boy, too. Carbon Boy and Wooly. Whoa, okay. Okay, Carbon Boy and Wooly are side by side. Oh, off the track goes Carbon Boy. Oh, that was scary. Let's go back and watch that. Because I keep forgetting that we can do this. Let's go to Wooly, since Wooly is behind there. And they're going to get around Presidio. Presidio's kind of getting up to speed. He's staying to the left. He's trying to stay off the... Oh, he doesn't know. Nope, he doesn't know what to do. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. So Wooly gets a little bit tight through there. And Carbon Boy flashing his lights with potential What the heck, man? So here we go. A whole train of cars now. We got, let's see. So there is Presidio Dog leading this train. Then you've got Wooly, Carbon Boy, Joey Cannoli, and Colin all right there. So now this has brought a whole group of cars all back together again. All right, so let's go back up front and see. So Apex is up and headed down Kemmel Straight, and now Chevy is up the hill. Presidio Dog is up the hill, and he's got Wooly not far behind. And then there's Carbon Boy, Joey Cannoli, and Colin. So they are all in this nice long train down Kemmel. Meanwhile, looks like Higginbotham on those medium tires. He's got a whole tank of gas, man. I wonder if he's going to be able to make it all the way through this race. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. All right, let's get all the way back up to P1 and see. Look at that lonely car. The only headlights. Hey, there's some. Chevy's making some inroads there. So there is Apex and Chevy not far behind. Looks to be about 3 or 4 seconds. 1,000, 2. Oh, somebody was just off the track. Who was that? Hold on, let's go back and. No, I did not want to do one lap. Sorry, folks. All right, let's go back forwards to where we can get to. I think I hit something wrong. What lap are we on now? 10? Okay, so now we're going back. Like this went back way far. Presidio Dog back around. Oh yeah, this went back. Okay, let me go forward another lap. There we go. Well, let's go one lap. There we go. All right, so let's get back to. Sorry about that, folks. We don't have our hotkeys like we used to have, so I have to go and click stuff to make it work out. So it's kind of bothersome the way that works. All right, so up again, down Kemmel Straight is Apex. Chevy coming up the hill. And here comes Presidio Dog. Now what I want to do is figure out who was that car I saw spinning around. Let's get on to the chase cam. And we'll start from maybe back here on Joey Cannoli's car. And see if we can see. Maybe not, we'll scoot forward. I think it might have been Wooly that got sideways. I'm not 100% certain what happened there. It was right after they're coming down the hill. Okay, maybe not. Who did I see go spinning around? Oh, right there. Yep, that was Wooly. Gets way off the track. I think he was following Presidio Dog, who did the same thing. Okay, I thought he wrecked there for a second, so I apologize for all the extra time there. But hey, let's try to watch racing and not just watch it. Not sure what that means, but yeah, Carbon gets a good exit there. Like, yeah, I thought he was gonna look inside, maybe go after that. Wooly, on the other hand, sees Presidio Dog in front of him. He's probably thinking, I got this. I got this. Joey Cannoli also feeling the same way, I'm sure. Joey Cannoli is right basically on the bumper, less than a car length behind Carbon Boy. Or I think you could fit a car in there. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh my gosh, I hate this camera. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Carbon Boy just... Did you see that? Let's watch that again. I'm only going to go 10 seconds, and let's get on board with Colin. He's following behind Joey Cannoli. Look at that. He just takes it all the way in deep. Look at that. Wow, he closed up a huge gap. Oh, he almost loses it, though, and Joey Cannoli's going to get that spot back. Maybe? They're kind of drag racing. I don't know who's going to get there first. Joey's going to drive it in deep. He's going to keep him all the way outside, and it doesn't make it happen. So Colin, after a couple of corners and some heavy braking, gets that 6th spot. Joey Cannoli did not just give that one away. He made him earn that thing. That's for sure. So now Carbon Boy sets his sights on Wooly. Let's check up front, see how the leader's doing. I don't see anybody else's headlights except for Apex's. Nobody behind him. There's Chevy. I think Presidio Dog's lights should be nearing. Let's see, I wonder how far back he is. Let's see. I can hear the tires. Alright, so Presidio Dog is safe at the moment, it seems. Nobody actively trying to take his position, but Wooly, though, under the gun now with Carbon Boy and Colin and Joey Cannoli. So leading this pack, he's got a lot of work to do. All right, let's see. Now, a bunch of these drivers are World Cup drivers, and some of them are new that haven't raced in World Cup. Let's see, are there any of these that haven't? I don't think Apex participated, but every other driver in Division 2 has been in World Cup. Well, except me. I don't count because I was in the broadcast booth. So this is actually my first race in any GTC Champions race. So being up in 3rd place feels good, that's for sure. And he sees Chevy just up the road into turn 1. Presidio Dog not far behind. Here comes Wooly with his train of friends. Obi-Wan gets a little sideways coming out of the corner. He's going to lose that draft heading up. Carbon Boy now, those two in front of him are definitely in there. They can handle like a little slipstream train. I cannot say that one time slow, let alone 3 times fast. These two are going to be able to pull away if they work together. Colin had an idea. He was thinking, I might go in there, but he thinks better of it. He sees that he's got Carbon Boy not far behind him. These are the only two. Wow, that was really trying to send it. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep an eye on this for a second. I think there's only one other Aussie. No, there might be 2 other Aussies in here. It's a much more level field as far as countries are concerned compared to the World Cup. Last season's World Cup had so many Australian drivers in it, it was insane. Actually, I think, I can't remember the flag difference. I think Colin and Carbon Boy are Australian, not New Zealand, but I could be wrong. I always forget. I think one of them has the star under the Union Jack that's built into the flag, but... Whoa! Colin gets really heavy on the brakes, and he just really slides the tires. Meanwhile, Carbon Boy still watching this battle happen. All right, let's go up front here. Let's see, there's Chevy. He's still got a pretty good gap back to Presidio Dog, so I got to keep on going. We are about just a little over halfway through the race. We got about 27 and a half minutes to go. Rain is falling on the track, people. That is not going to be good for the drivers on the slick tire. Not sure where the rain was coming from. The forecast did not have that planned at all. But it looks like the rain has stopped all of a sudden. Let's see, is it raining just down the front straight? Looks like it stopped. I mean, look at the clouds. They're not there, so I don't understand that. right. Oh, Wooly pits. What did he pit for? Was he going to get new tires? Did he think it was going to rain and he was going to get intermediates? It's not raining in pit lane. Let's see what kind of tires he throws on the car. This could have been a race-ending pit stop. We'll come back to him and see what's going on. So meanwhile, Chevy on those soft tires are really taking a beating. Presidio's not so bad on the tires. Apex, all the soft tires not doing so bad. Colin's got great set of mediums, just broken in. Carbon Boy as well. Obi-Wan's soft tires are starting to show their age. And Higginbotham just got these beautiful medium tires, like just beautiful. Not bad. Wooly comes out on soft tires, so he's got some fuel. 26 minutes left in the race, and he only took about 5/8 of a tank of fuel. That might not be enough. Well, we'll have to see how it goes. All right, so everybody else out on the track. Let's go back up front. The leader is clearly way ahead of everybody. He doesn't have a lot to worry about at all. There's no rain falling. He's doing okay. Chevy now has Presidio Dog behind him. Let's take a look here and see. This is the closest battle we have on the track of the two closest cars. Not as close as he thought, but into turn one, he pulls right up to the bumper. And Joey Cannoli into the pits. Let's go see Joey Cannoli's pit stop here as his car rolls around ever so slowly. Looks like he's going to throw on some new tires, probably top off whatever fuel he needs. And that is pit stop. All right, let's go back up front. There's Chevy. Yeah, these two RWB drivers just nose to tail for lap after lap. Presidio keeping up with him on the medium tire while Chevy is on the soft tire. So Chevy's gonna have to he's gonna have to go in and pit at some point and deal with that. Presidio's clearly going to have to pit to get some fuel as well. So let's see. So is Apex. So the top three are still going to have to pit for fuel before the race. Oh, so does the top four in Colin and Carbon Boy. So it looks like the top five still are going to have to pit for at least fuel. We'll see how it goes. Keep an eye on them. Let's see. This battle right here, though, is, let's see, there's nobody else. I'm just going to flip through all of the stuff trying to find a battle for cars that we can watch. Nobody. Everyone's kind of all by themselves. Colin is watching this battle happen. So let's go back on board again with Presidio and watch him try to battle this out. Now he sees that Sector 1 racing car back there behind him, so he's probably thinking, don't let that guy catch you. I hate that I can't switch cameras, folks. Sorry about that. It takes forever. And no, I'm not following the Presidio dog car around the track on purpose. It's just this happens to be the best one. Oh, Apex went into the pits, so Chevy is up front. Apex pits in. He had 32 liters of fuel left. He's going to throw on some new soft tires, I imagine, and some fuel. So he is going to fall down the order. Now, let's see. Where does he come out? compared to everybody else. Remember, the top 5 had to pit, so the top 4 still have to pit. Where is he going to come out at? Where is Higginbotham? Higginbotham's already up the hill. So Apex is going to come out. Where's Obi-Wan? He is nowhere near there. So Apex is going to come out. He's going to say, I don't want a 3-second penalty. Take it easy coming out of there. All right, so up he goes. So he's all the way back to 11th. Probably everybody else has already been Wooly back in the pits again. There's no damage to the car. I think he just knows he's going to need some fuel maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, so up front, Chevy leading the race from RWB. Right behind him is Presidio Dog in P2. Colin in 3. Now, all 3 of these cars are definitely going to have to pit. As a matter of fact, the car in the background you see there, that is Carbon Boy. He's going to have to pit too. So I believe all of these guys are going to have to pit unless they're trying to stretch this thing out. So Higginbotham, he looks like he's got the fuel to make it and the tires. He's a ways back, but I think he's definitely a pit stop ahead of these guys. So he should be able to overcome all of these drivers. We'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. All right, so let's go back up front here. Nothing much changing here. So our leader up front is Chevy. He stays out. Presidio stays out. And Colin stays out. So the top 3 stay out on the track. And here comes Carbon Boy also staying out on the track. All right, and so where's Higginbotham? He is in the bus stop. He is really close to these guys. So he's probably thinking to himself, I got fuel, I got tires, I bet I can make this work. I mean, he's got to drive 20 more minutes on these medium tires, which I think is totally doable. If he tries to, I don't think there's any wet spots on the track, but maybe if he tries to find some wet stuff to cool the tires down and make them last a little longer, we'll see. Oh boy, so Presidio Dog now on the tail, and there's a move. There's going to be a move for, whoop, I went the wrong way. Presidio Dog sends it in the inside and snags position 1 from Chevy. Chevy's got now Colin to contend with. Now, Chevy's tires are giving up on him. The guy's going to have to pit at some point. Presidio goes wide again into whatever turn that is, because I don't know my turns, but managed to still hold the position. But, man, Colin is all over the back of Chevy. Let's go inside Colin's car. Colin's car, not inside Colin. So all he sees is these red, white, and blue cars in front of him, and he wants them out of his way. But he knows he's going to have to pit, too. So where is Carbon Boy? No headlights to be seen back there. So Carbon Boy is back there a ways. So this is, right here, is actually the battle for first between all 3 of these drivers. Ooh, Chevy gets a little wide there. No room for Colin to fit through, but is Colin going to try to get something done? He's definitely, oh, well, not anymore. Oh, he could have, I swear Colin probably could have had the overtake done. He was in the slipstream, a car length behind. He could have made that work. And now he is, now he's not. All right, so into the final chicane is Presidio Dog. Okay, so Presidio Dog pits out of first on lap 17, and now Chevy will take over as the leader once again. He's definitely going to have to get fuel and tires. He's not going to be able to make it. Neither is Colin. Neither is, well, Carbon Boy might. I don't know. Higginbotham for sure can make it. So Presidio Dog pitting out of fifth, or out of first into fifth. Apex coming down the pit straight. He is probably going to get the spot from Presidio Dog. Presidio Dog in. He's going to have to get fuel. He's getting some new tires too. Okie doke. All right, so where's Joey Cannoli? Joey Cannoli is not even to the bus stop yet. So his biggest concern is going to be Apex, who is coming down towards a Rouge. Presidio Dog is still in his pit box, so that position is done. So Presidio back into 7th place now. Joey Cannoli, where is Presidio? There he is. Joey Cannoli is not far back, but he's not far ahead enough to catch up to Presidio Dog as he comes out up the hill. No penalties, no whammies. All right, out he goes. All right, so let's see, where's Colin at? All right, so Colin did get around Chevy at some point. We missed that one. You know what? We can go back. Let's see, how far back was it? Oh, it's right there. Good, we don't have to go far back. All right, so let's get on board. Watch Colin as this overtake happens up Kemmel Straight. And Colin overtakes Chevy and snags the first spot. So Colin up into P1. I think that might be his first, I think that's his first time running in P1 during the race, if I recall properly. He is going to need to pit for fuel and tires, so that's going to happen. But having that advantage, he doesn't have a fuel advantage, but he has the time advantage. So I think, yeah, I guess we'll have to see how they do. So Colin up into P1, Chevy in P2. Right back there in the screen is Colin, not far behind these two. He's probably going to pit. I don't know. There's like 18 minutes left, almost 19 minutes. Venom is just doing his thing. And where's Apex? Yeah, he's back there a bit, but he's got soft tires, and I think he's got enough fuel to make it. So let's see. What does Colin do? Let's keep an eye on this and see. He doesn't have that big of a gap on Chevy, so it'll be interesting to see how these two handle their pit exit. All right, coming down to the bus stop, they go. Now, will they pit now, or will they pit a little later? Let's see what they do here. Colin's running really low on fuel. He's not going. But Chevy is. Chevy's into the pits. So he'll probably throw on a fresh set of soft tires. That means Carbon Boy is going to take the spot away. And he may even be able to make it the rest of the way. I don't know if you can get that many laps on a quarter take, to be honest. And there is Higginbotham moving up into the podium places. Chevy still hasn't gotten to his pit box yet. So we got to wait for that to happen. That means Apex, who is coming down the pit straight now, is probably going to overtake Chevy. Yep, Chevy off with the tires. And coming down, yeah, there's way too much speed right through here. So Apex is going to come flying up Rouge, and he's going to snag that 4th spot from him for sure. Presidio Dog in 5th? That's right. He did pit earlier. Okay. So let's see. Colin still has to pit. Carbon Boy may or may not make it. I guess we'll have to see how it goes. So Colin, his fuel light is on, so he's gonna have to pit. Chevy pit? Yep, Chevy's coming out. He's got some soft tires and enough fuel. Whoa! Almost touched that white line. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he comes out in last place, but he will, when the timing markers get all sorted out, he'll be fine. So Chevy gets in for the undercut. Let's see if that will work, because Colin is still out on the track, so he's going to have to pit. Carbon Boy, man, I don't know what Carbon Boy's going to do. P2 is a good place to be with 13 and a half minutes left. But Higginbotham is not far behind, so I'm not sure how this is going to work out for him. The same with Apex. Apex has a huge lead over Presidio Dog by like mega corners, like 1, 2, 3 corners at least ahead of Presidio Dog. Joey Cannoli is not far behind Presidio Dog, maybe about 5 to 6 seconds. I believe that car there is that is yeah, that's got to be J-Rod that he's gotten around there. All right, Colin in. So Carbon Boy is going to take over P1 and Venom up into P2. Colin crawling through the pit lane, trying to get to his pit box. Apex coming down the pit straight into turn 1. Colin hasn't even hit his there. He's finally in his pit box. He is going to lose that spot to Apex for sure. Now the trick is, does he lose a spot to Presidio Dog, who is currently in 5th and coming down the pit straight now? He's showing marked 4th because he's going across the line. Okay, fuel's out. Tires out. Tires done. Where's Presidio? Not even coming down towards Kemmel. He's going to come down and probably going to see him going up the pit exit. Yep, there he sees. Presidio sees. I think that's Colin going up the hill. Oh, but Presidio's got quite a run. Getting a little bit of slipstream there. A little flash of light saying, hey, I'm here. And around he goes, and Presidio Dog up to 4th spot. All right, so the timing lights haven't set the car up right, but Colin, it should show Colin. Isn't that Colin right there? Coming out of the pits? Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, that's Colin. It's still showing him in 10th because the game is broken the way it is, so it'll fix itself in a minute. All right, so Carbon Boy is... I think Carbon Boy, he's only got to go like 11 more minutes. He might have to do some fuel saving to make that work, which is going to be to the advantage of Higginbotham here because he's got the fuel and the tires to make it the rest of the way. He could take a win here. But Apex is not far back either on the soft tire, light on the fuel, so he might be able to make something happen in these last few laps. Oh, and Carbon Boy goes around. Ooh, and he almost takes out Apex in the process. So Carbon Boy goes around, and your new leader, folks, Higginbotham with RWB Racing or HBR is your new leader up in front. That's RWB Venom or Higginbotham here. So he's up in P1. Apex went from 4th to 2nd inside of a corner or two. Or 3rd to 2nd. And Carbon Boy now, he's on some pretty worn mediums. It looks like I don't know if he's going to make that fuel. Presidio Dog has got Colin right behind him. But the fuel and soft tires to go. Colin on brand new softs with fuel to go. So these two are going to be battling it out for the foreseeable future till the end of this race. So keep an eye on them in a minute. Let's see, how far away is Apex? He is just around about a corner behind Nigel here. So you just got to keep an eye on that. Carbon Boy is in 3rd with... I don't know how he's going to do this, but we'll see how he makes it work. Presidio in 4th. Colin in 5th. Joey Cannoli is driving all by himself in 6th position. So that's a pretty good finish considering the race that we've run. Chevy in 7th, just finishing up at the Kemmel Straight. Green is coming up a Rouge through Radion right now. And right behind him, getting ready to come up the same spot, is G-Man. Nope, I take that back. I think that is actually J-Rod. That's J-Rod going through there. So yeah, we don't have a lot of cars battling it out anywhere. Apex is definitely on the hunt to take out the leader. Carbon Boy is doing okay. Presidio and Colin still kind of in a battle. Not really. So let's go up here and keep an eye on this battle for P1. Look at that. Apex closes up big in turn 1 and is right there. Now, Higginbotham has got a whole mirror full of Apex. And Apex is close enough that if he sticks around, I think he might be able to make an overtake. He's got a... Let's go inside the car. Look at that. He's got a huge run on him all the way. And there he goes. That is going to be for first position. Oops, I went the wrong way. So there we can see. And Apex is going to take over position 1. And that is going to give us a new leader again. So Apex back up front. I am sure that Nigel is just fine being where he is, knowing that Apex just pit and is on the soft tires, and he's got some worn out mediums. But his strategy played nicely. I think he only pit once. Did he ride the? I think he rode the intermediates for like the first third of the race, and then he's driving the mediums the rest of the way. So, way to go, making it work. Carbon Boy. There's a little over 7 minutes left, and he's got almost no fuel. He might have to pit, or he's going to have to really slow down and save some fuel. Presidio Dog and Carbon Boy are not far behind. I don't know how far behind because I can't see the timer. Let's see where it is. Carbon is coming around. Let's time it on this corner. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8. About 8 seconds. Okay, so Presidio Dog's about 8 seconds back from Carbon Boy. So let's keep an eye on these two in a minute. But let's see. I don't think Nigel's going to have any way to catch back up to Carbon Boy. Carbon Boy's got light fuel and brand new soft tires. So I think Nigel's just going to be happy to be out on the track, pulling in a podium spot. So he's just got to hold off and make sure that Carbon Boy can't catch him. I mean, Carbon Boy's just now coming into the final chicane with worn out mediums and almost no fuel. So I don't think Higginbotham's got anything to worry about. Presidio, on the other hand, has plenty to worry about because he's got Colin right behind him. I mean, one mistake, and that's it. Go on board with Colin for a lap while he chases down that 4th spot. Do a little crank it up. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, Colin. Oh, he was right there for it too. Oh man, that stinks. Sorry, bud. Ah, so that frees Presidio Dog up. No more pressure. One or two more turns and Colin would have had him there. Oh my gosh, that was close. Presidio Dog can see Carbon Boy, I think. Is that? Yeah, so there's Presidio in the background catching Carbon Boy. Carbon Boy's fuel light is on, and there are still 3 minutes left in this race. That's 2 laps. There is no way that Carbon Boy's going to make 2 laps on that fuel. without giving up a whole lot of speed in the process. So he is probably going to lose that spot to Presidio Dog, because Presidio Dog's got all the juice to go the rest of the race. Gaining big time. Yeah, definitely Carbon Boy is fuel saving. He's got to be. Presidio Dog on a purple lap, looking for that fastest lap bonus point that Apex currently has. Oh, Presidio Dog looking inside. Oh, wow, that was bold. It just drives it in there. Okay, so Presidio Dog up to P3. Carbon Boy drops back out of the podium positions, and we have, let's see, let's check on the leader. Oh, who's that goes around? Who was that? Wait. Oh, that's G-Man. Okay. Oh, G-Man almost took out the leader. I did not ever see that during the race. That is close. Woo! So Apex now, I think that's Nigel right behind him. It is. So you're saying there's a chance. If you look at Apex's tires, they are pretty, well, you can't see them. I can take this down so that you can't see them. Apex's tires, his fuel light's on. He's got one more lap he's going to have to do because there's still a minute left in the race. So he's got his fuel light blinking. He's going to have to save some tires. Nigel's got fuel tires for days, so he can go and push. And I think, ooh, we have to watch that. We have to watch this. Ah, I hit the wrong button, sorry. I meant not to hit that. All right, so does Nigel have what it takes? Can Apex hold him off for a lap with his fuel light? He's almost out of gas, people. Apex is going to run out of fuel. There's no way that he can maintain race pace all the way through this lap. Unless, oh my gosh. Okay. You know, folks, I was in this race and I still don't remember. I don't remember who won. With all the other drama going on with the other lobbies, I was preoccupied and I forgot to even check. So this is the final lap. These two have nothing to worry about. Presidio Dog is like 15 seconds behind these guys. How is Apex still going? And he's barely short shifting too. Like, he's gonna be out of fuel at the end of this. I'm certain of it. But I mean, it's gonna be so close. And Higginbotham is there. He's probably smelling it, going, "Why am I catching this guy? He must be running out of fuel. I've got to do something. This is my last chance." Let's get on the tail end of this. Oh my gosh. Apex, you're scared. Look at that. I can barely even see that he has fuel. He's running on fumes. He's short shifted like mug, trying to make sure that Nigel can't catch him. Into the final chicane. Higginbotham is there. He's right there for the finish. Is this going to be a win or is it going to be a loss for Apex? He's going to come across the line. He's out of gas. And oh my gosh, that was so close. Oh my gosh, way to go, guys. That was insane. Oh, Presidio Dog has got... Oh, that's somebody else. Okay. Oh, Presidio Dog goes around on the final corner. Is he going to be able to save his third spot? I don't think anybody's coming. Is that Colin? That's Colin. That was close. That was close. Here comes Colin across the line. Oh, boy. Here it comes. Carbon Boy and Joey Cannoli in 5th and 6th, respectively. Carbon Boy out of gas at the line on fumes. Joey Cannoli on fumes, if any fumes. and Chevy coming down to take the last spot. Wow. What? That's a race right there. Chevy coming around to grab P7, and that is going to be it for the race. But oh my goodness, you guys, that was something else. What a race that was. Woo! Okay, so let's go back to, we can't really see the results because of the way the game is set up. But I happen to have them here in front of me. So let me see if I can pull these up for you guys so that you can see them. Stand by for just a moment, and I will get these up on the screen so you can see the results. Now, the results are not official till we check and make sure all of the stewarding has been done properly, right? Make sure anybody hasn't turned in any reports. But let me add this in here so you can see it. I'll pull it up here 1 second. Luckily, Pixteca was busily working during this broadcast to get me these results so that I could have something for you guys. So, I hit the wrong button. Here we go. Where did I put those results? Where did I just set those? Oh, because I clicked the wrong things. I apologize. There we go. Division 2. All right, let's get these guys up on the screen by doing this and that and that and this. Where is my... There we go. I'm going to bring up you. And we're going to bring up you first. And then we're going to bring you up on top of it right there. We go. All right. So this is the finishing order of the race and the points that each driver earned. Since we're in the first round, that's your championship view right there. So, yeah. So there you see it. So, congratulations to, well, it says TCR, but also said Apex. I don't know. He's with Apex. So, Badass in first with 18 points. Venom brings home the P2 spot for 16 points. And his teammate Presidio Dog comes home on the podium as well with 14 points. Then we get Colin and Carbon with RSR in Sector 1 in P4 and 5. Joey Cannoli in P6, Chevy in P7, Green in P8. 9 is Emotep. He's racing with HBR, but that is Renegade for those of you that know him. P10 is G-Man and J-Rod in 11th. And Wooly he ended up DNFing the race. It had some issues, and that was that. So no points for Wooly this round, but the good news is it's a drop round, right? So everybody can write off this round if they want to, or keep it. It's up to them, whatever they want to do. So that's that. Trying to think of what else we need to talk about. Well, we could talk about next week's race. So next week we're going to be at Laguna, if I do remember properly. You would think, as the guy that did the race design, would remember which order, but I do believe that it's going to be at Laguna, and it is, or WeatherTech, whatever. It's Laguna. Laguna in my heart forever. I'm a California native. I've been down near and at that track many times, and it's a fun track. So it's going to be a really fun track in these Porsches when they hit the track. So hopefully next week's races will go a little bit better. And like I said, for those of you from D1, just stay tuned. We do know that you're anxious to figure out what's going on, and we'll get that taken care of for you. So so there's that. I guess that's all there is to it, folks. So we'll see you soon, and thanks for watching. Have a good night.